next few weeks, we're going to be talking about parts of life that we all have an idea about. Parts of life that you see in culture almost everywhere. We all kind of know something about it, but there's way more to the story. And we're going to start by talking about sex. Some of you already know what you think is going to be said here. You've heard enough from the TikTokers and their accounts to know that you feel everything God has to say about sex. Maybe you think he hates sex, or he's mad about sex, or you think he cares about virginity. End of story. And if that's true, what else is there to it? I get that this is a loaded topic, and sometimes it can feel like God only cares about one thing, or one act, or one mistake. But as we get started, I want you to know that isn't an accurate picture. The truth is this. You may be thinking, sexual integrity sounds nice, but can you just tell me where the line is? Where to draw that line? Where does sexual integrity start and stop? What's okay and what's not? There's no shortage of people out there who will tell you or to decide for yourself, but I want you to think for yourself. I want you to ask the questions. I want you to wrestle with what's true. Listen to older, wiser people, and then decide for yourself. Not just a decision about what you will and won't do moving forward, but a decision about the kind of person you want to be. A few steps that I believe can help you is talking to God and really inviting him into your conversation and inviting him into your sex life. You may have never done that before, but just know that he cares. It might seem awkward at first, but he loves you and wants to show you how to experience life the way that it's meant to be. I believe that when you talk, he listens. And when you listen, he'll lead you to what he thinks is best and what he knows is best. If he really does lead you to what's best for your sex life, then these things will help you. And then the second thing you can do is talk to someone about how you plan to become that person. Bring it up with a trusted adult like one of your leaders from the landing or one of your leaders in Snapchat group chat. Listen, I get that it sounds weird, but trust me, you won't freak any of us out. We'll be proud of you. And if you feel like skipping this step because you have to hide the choices that you're making, that's not integrity. Integrity is rarely something you feel the need to hide. So the more openly you talk about what you're feeling, what you're struggling with, and how you plan to become the person you really want to be, the more you'll stay focused on becoming a person of integrity in all areas of life. We're going to look at a letter the Apostle Paul wrote to the people of Corinth. Because of where it was located, people often passing through Corinth on their way to make money somewhere else, Corinth was known as being a place to party and to misbehave before moving on to your next location. Some of the people living in Corinth also had questions about what it meant to follow Jesus. So Paul writes this letter that covers all sorts of topics, but he had a lot to say about the topic of sex. And it's the way he starts this portion of his letter that I want us to check out today. I have the right to do anything is what it says. Now check out the rest of the verse. Paul speaks right into the Corinthian culture and into our world today and basically says, look, I know it's popular to do whatever you feel like doing, but just because you can doesn't mean you should. In a particularly sexual culture, Paul reminds the Corinthians that just because you can do something doesn't mean it's the best thing for you to do. And the same thing is true about sex today. Some of our lives would be so much easier, so much less complicated, and so much less stressful if we just stop asking, can I do this without getting in trouble? In fact, learning to think about what's best overall, what's simply normal, is part of becoming a mature person. But wait, there's more to this story. Check out this other verse. You see, Jesus was so clear about what God is like. How you treat people and how they treat you is a big deal to him. He doesn't hate sex and doesn't want to keep you from it. He wants you to become the kind of person who loves him and looks out for other people's best interests because of him. And here's what's crazy. Your dating life, your relationship will be better because of it. And how do I know? Because it's what everybody wants. We all want to be in the kind of a relationship where each person looks out for the other person's best interest. But we all want mutual love and respect with someone we can trust to have our back. As followers of Jesus, we can and should become people of sexual integrity. I get that sexual integrity isn't a super common term. What that means is someone who's trustworthy, honest, and looks out for others. There's a kind of person whose beliefs and words line up with their actions. And just like you can be a person of integrity in your academics and friendships, you can and should have integrity in your sex life. No matter your past experiences, sexual integrity is about more than just having sex until marriage or feeling guilty for not waiting. It's choosing to honor God and others and how you think about them, treat them, and value them, and including the people you date. So how do you become a person of sexual integrity? Integrity is about the person you choose to be, and integrity can start now. If you choose this way of life, you might just find when it comes to God's plan for sex, there really is more to the story.